Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 12th of June for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout details that we can all collectively relate to, but please stay with me. I will explore in much greater detail all the ins and outs of each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through to Pisces. If you're new here, it's great to have you with us. I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. This is very much a community. If you have any ideas or thoughts, please share them. I try to interact with most. And also, if you're a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you'd like to get your free written daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see the subscription link underneath this video. Now this week sees a battle between the senses of logic and emotion. The logic comes from the fact that the Sun is in the sign of Gemini, but was joined late last week by Mercury, the ruler of this sign. This probably is going to see a speeding up in the way we do share information, but both Saturn and Neptune are in house 12, the sign of Pisces, which of course is watery. So we've got the watery energies and restrictive vibe of Saturn applying to the logic and air of the Sun and Mercury in Gemini. So what does this mean? Well, essentially, because Saturn is influencing Mercury, it's possible that our nervous systems can be a little bit more limited. We may not have quite as much physical energy as we'd like, could feel more easily weary, stressed. But the Sun's clash with Neptune can be very draining, but also rather disorientating. It's possible that past energies or past events, because Pisces is the sign of culmination, can somehow inform our viewpoints in the here and now, or those of the people that we encounter. I don't think that this is the best of weeks to be sharing any sensitive or confidential issues with people we don't know very well. Social media in general can seem quite overwhelming and quite draining too. So the best thing that we can do is stay very much in touch with what our more perceptive, emotional and psychological senses are trying to tell us, and don't relate too quickly through our responses with the Sun and Mercury in the sign of Gemini. Now please stay with me for your individual zodiac sign. However, if you would like to ascend above your horoscope forecast and embrace the wonder of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, I will provide for you your life roadmap report. This will give you a much more intimate understanding of the patterns of influence that have played out in your life so far. In my special package of 30% off, you can also get your 12-month personal forecast. Please see the link beneath this video for more information on this and to order. If you don't know your time, you can buy my solar package, also the life roadmap and the forecast, and also with 30% off by seeing the link beneath this video too. So Sagittarius, your week commencing the 12th of June forecast sees Mercury move from a very brittle area where it's been since the 4th of April. So if your nervous system has felt a little compromised or workaday issues have seemed to have dominated, now the accent is very much on relationships, and at the end of this week there is a new moon in your sector of relationships, which is brilliant for setting our boundaries, for being a bit sharper where we need to be competitive at work, or perhaps if you're a sports person, usually this new moon is really exciting. But this week Saturn is influencing Mercury and Neptune, the new moon, and they're both in your sector of emotion. If your emotional situation is well balanced and peaceful and tranquil at the moment, I think that your relationship sector can thrive because Venus and Mars in the part of your situation, very much in keeping with the energy of your sign. So that more risk-taking and exciting energy that you generate can be very attractive to people that you encounter. It's just that Saturn in your fourth house could be making you a little more wary than you've been in the past, and maybe Neptune's bringing a little bit of uncertainty, or certain situations aren't quite as clear as you would like. The great news about having Venus and Mars in the ninth house, however, is that that's very much the sector of truth. So I think that's going to make you determined to get to the bottom of what any relationship issues are about. And if you can have some frank discussions in your inimitable way, it could be just the tonic. But I think if you do meet somebody new and you feel very comfortable with them in terms of, your core values, family backgrounds, you just feel very at ease with them, that's a really good sign. And I think it is important to know that despite the limitations that Saturn can bring, it can also bring rewards where we're prepared to be really invested. So if you're wanting a more serious relationship, this set of influence this week could be to your advantage.